Hey guys, it's History Behind the Warrior and welcome to another Injustice video. Now today we're going to be talking about the real reason as to why Fighter Pack 0 was in fact never made. But I've been keeping my eye on it for a while to gather more information so we could learn why this pack never in fact came to fruition. Now first off, let's talk about where this originally had come from. Ed Boon, the head of NetherRealm Studios and co-creator of the Mortal Kombat series, was asked a question on Twitter regarding the possible return of legacy characters within Injustice 2, and Ed Boon had stated, a fun fact is that at one point they were considering to make a Fighter Pack 0 which would have consisted of characters like Ares, Doomsday, Batgirl and Shazam, but obviously as we can see now, that Fighter Pack never came to fruition. Now I would like to remind everyone that this was a tweet from Ed Boon. He gets a kick out of trolling us, so really is this actually plausible? Well, to give you a proper answer, yes. Unlike most of his tweets, he's not vague. He's very straight to the point and comes across as not only genuine but honest about the options they were considering to have during the development of Injustice 2. So why was this kind of dropped? Well, allow me to explain. The choices and creation of DLC is determined way before the release of the game. It's in fact all predetermined, so licensing agreements can be sorted out for guest characters and it gives them time to work on characters before the release of the base game. Of course, with the fighter packs being on certain schedule, it gives them quite a bit of time to work around and create these particular characters. And to back up my statement here is the inclusion of Raiden. Now, I'm not saying this because I dislike the character, but we already had the inclusion of one Mortal Kombat character in the game, so why was Raiden actually put in here? Was it from his popularity in Mortal Kombat X? Or was it really a ploy by Warner Brothers Studios to have him be shipped in the game due to the popularity of Mortal Kombat X and its high number of sales, so they could ship Black Lightning into the game as a premier skin for that particular character, since the CW shows right now aren't doing too great, as over the course of time they've actually lost half their viewer base. Now some of you may be thinking this is a little far-fetched, but might I remind you, this is the same company that created Shadow of War, which had the inclusion of microtransactions in a single player story mode game, and the only way to acquire the Black Lightning skin, outside of purchasing that particular fighter pack, is to pay with source crystals, something you earn from grinding and leveling up, or buying through the store with your actual money. So the point I'm trying to make here is that Warner Brothers do have a very firm grip of NRS and the choices they do make for creating their games. Now let's get back on topic. The reason why they've most likely not used these particular characters is so that they can use previous moves and assets in new and different characters, and plus they aren't selling you back characters you've previously played as in a older version of the original roster, because let's face it, if they were to create this Fighter Pack 0, they would not give it to us for free, as I've clearly explained here. If they made you pay for more or less the same character in an older version of the game just to be imported into the new game, the backlash would be massive, and I know some might say, but they'll probably have a different moveset if they were to of course be put in the game as DLC, which is indeed possible, but do remember, Injustice 2 does have legacy characters. Although characters from the first game might be slightly tweaked up in the second game, their moveset remains relatively the same. So I believe that's the real reason as to why Fighter Pack 0 wasn't in fact created. The backlash would have been severe. They needed characters in the game as DLC and create some form of intrigue so each pack could sell well. But on a slightly positive note, it did give developers interesting and different ways to recreate characters with different movesets and implement some older ones into their arsenal. A good example is in fact Doomsday's armor, which was implemented into Hellboy's trait. And yes, it can somewhat be seen as a cheap way to introduce an old mechanic into the game, but if you think of it from the perspective of taking a previous existing idea in a different direction, it can be very interesting. Now where do you personally stand on Fighter Pack 0? Is it something you would actually like to see, or would you much prefer a fighter pack consisting of newer characters to the series? Please do comment down below, as I am interested to hear what everyone has to say about this topic. I myself am all for more DLC, it'd just be nice to have it be new DLC. As much as I do love playing as Ares in the first game, I think I'd be very interested to see if his moveset was implemented into a new character and was taken in a very different direction. But hey, that's my own personal opinion on the situation. Now before this video wraps up guys, if possible, let's try getting it to about 500 likes. It's a great way of supporting this channel since YouTube's ad system is broken as hell. So by giving it a thumbs up, it helps out a ton. And if you want to go the extra step, we also have a Patreon set up, and a link for that will be down in the description below. Anyway guys, as always, please comment, like, subscribe, and share this video with everyone you know. Please take care, and I'll see you all next time.